Clap on, clap off. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. No.
Like a DJ. You ready for this?
He's doing the NBA.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Wait, that's
When times were good.
baseball.
There
or
was
basketball?
hope.
Basketball. Oh, stop.
Okay. What are you working on?
What am I working?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
what's
just
your
trying
mentality?
Just to finish it. I had a rough start.
You want to talk about it? You want to
Not
talk about
really.
No? I'm just trying to get in your head so I know how to better
Oh,
affect your brain.
okay.
Help you. That's a
yeah,
better way of saying it.
okay. I think I have a consistent problem with not seeing things as a whole, and then like things being like pieced.
Piecemeal?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so just the first thing, this right here, but the
Yeah,
head's up high. So I'm just going to go off this right there. Is that what I should do, or should I still maintain that point right there?
No, don't maintain it.
Don't
I
maintain
think,
it. Okay.
Yeah, removing.
Gotcha. All right, so the first thing that I always check is if she's falling over or not, right? And, I mean, she looks like, if anything, it looks like she might be leaning back that way just a little bit to me. And the reason why that is because, like, if you take this point and just bring it down here, this foot is, like, a little bit underneath,
Yeah.
right? So the legs would just shift over that way, or the upper part, like this part comes in, but they're two separate drawings. So one thing that you can do, okay, so the method of construction that I teach is not just so that you can get the proportions. It forces you to see the entire shape all at once. Meaning, if you have to start, you're starting with the bottom, the top, and then you go to the center. Well, that's like you have to go 1, 2, 3. It's training your mind out of just going through and thinking, okay, heel here, doing this and this and that. But I know you can fall back into that after you get to establish these points. So the key is just constant practice with this stuff, going back and forth with it. So I'm going to go, let's say, around like this area right here. I like this. Coming up here, make sure she's in the right shape, position first. Is that like kind of how she was? No, just relax. I always ask just to make sure.
Yeah.
My feet are in the right place.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So from this point, like right here, if we're going here, I'll construct it to the side right here so you can see it. So coming up there, like I'm going to look and I'm going up to, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going from this point, from here to there, up to there, and then you get that. But from here to, you want to get that point going across here. And there's this nice line right here that you can go to. And then you have obviously this, and then you can plumb line this point down through there, which should come around right here. Yours, it comes right here because these legs are swept over that way some, right? So constantly check that, and checking that point is going to make you shift everything back that way. It'll remind you to keep on looking at the whole shape. All right, so quick construction again. I'm going to move this over some, like right here. So this is this point right here, coming up to kind of the back, scapula area right there, and then you can kind of carve it off to say, okay, what angle? Coming like that, and then her shoulder slopes up like that. All right, so you have this piece here, and then we go straight across there to, you have these beautiful curves there. Let me take this away, right? We're at this point right here. And this is really cool because when you do this, it's going to establish kind of the hip and get the three-dimensional effect, right? I don't mind you putting these lines in right here, and especially like, you're going to have, like it gets like, these points, like putting these points in and stuff. But actually from here, let me erase this because I didn't draw this correctly. Okay, so from here, this point's going to be a little bit lower down. And it's going to be about right here, and coming across like that. And then we're going to immediately go down here, and don't worry about, obviously, the like the curves or anything. But if we have this point here dropping down, where does it go through the buttocks, right? This point going right down through here is going to fall inside of the buttocks. So the buttocks actually are coming out some, and then they're going to be breaking about out here like this. You see, you can just put a line out like that. So you have this piece that's kind of falling, and I can even bring that in just a little bit, okay? So when you're doing these measurements off of other points, like plumb lining down, it's also forcing you to get outside and see the whole picture. So all these little things add up. They're like little pebbles. Pebbles on a beach. Pebbles on a beach. Right, Brian?
I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on there. So you get this point here over to the top. You get the width and get the height. Measure it off this point here. This is going to be coming down like that. So that's how we're going to get the shoulder piece. But we're using the whole piece and focusing that whole piece all at once. So then this point right here, we have this. And then the buttocks is going to be about right here at what angle? It's kind of falling across like that, right? That's coming up. Go down here. Let's see. This out here, the width is going to be coming out like that. So at this point, yeah, somewhere out like that. So we're using all these points right here to see everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so then what you can also do, you can use both heels to plumb line. And you can also use the buttocks to plumb line. So you can say, okay, the buttocks area, like if I'm just looking, going down, I think like the buttocks would fall like kind of around here, which is kind of, you do have that. So I think probably with this, what I'm seeing more is that this piece is just that this kind of needs to come in some. This comes in and probably, you know, like it probably comes in just a little bit, you know. But here. And then you kind of have the buttocks, how it's coming in like that piece right there. You have this piece here. But then from this point, let's say from here to here, and you can use the side of the board to kind of plumb line down. And so from like around right here, it's going through kind of the back of the heel. So the back of the heel is going to be probably around, it's not here, but it's over just a little bit. And so then you can also measure off this point and see where the back of the heel is, which is going to be down, but it's going to be in some like that. So then we have this kind of coming down just a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's how we measure it. And we want to make sure that it is, in fact, you know, standing properly. You know, as you have this piece here, it kind of comes up, and then you have that. So it is like, you know, kind of standing like that. But that's like getting these little gesture points will help. Anyway, I want you to work on this and like kind of correct those points. Get these angles because this looks like you might have elongated that a little bit, which might account for why it went up that high. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Good. It's looking good. I'm pleased with like how you've kept it here, and this is totally something workable. I'll leave that up. You can erase it if it distracts you, but again, using those points is going to help you to construct and see everything. It's just like automatically you have to see everything.
Right.
It's preventing you from going through and just trying to make it. And if you learn to draw like this, if she shifts or if you need to move it, which I do all the time, it's a very basic way of drawing. So you can shift it really quickly. But shift it and then erase the old lines. Like draw new lines and then erase the old. That's how you shift it.
Okay.
So you can like actually see what you're going off of, okay? Good, excellent. Terry, or which one, Brian or Terry? I'll critique Brian. He bought you a little time. You might want to buy him a beer afterwards.